Hey guys, back at it again with another review of SNAFU Season 3, Episode 3. We had a lot going on this episode. Let's get right into it. Our good old sensei, I forget her name right off the top of my head. She was hiding the keys from Hachiman, and I didn't know this. I thought that was kind of a weird scene last week where it was just very quick and just kind of abrupt, but little did I know it was going to lead into more of a conversation between her and Hachiman. And yeah, it was kind of a sweet little banter back and forth. At the end of the conversation, though, he leaves, and she's kind of like, she said something along the lines of, a bird can't like mess up its own nest. I wonder if it's like referring to, like, Hachiman's getting older. He's not the same person that he was when she first kind of forced him into joining this club. And it kind of, I don't know, maybe in a way it kind of makes her happy to see that she's growing, that he's growing. I thought that was really sweet. We are then reintroduced to none other than Tosca. And Hachiman is so gay for this guy. He absolutely loves Tosca. They kind of talk back and forth. He even freaking... Hachiman's just like, hey, what are you doing this weekend? I don't think he did that with any of the girls on this show. He's like, hey Tosca, what are you doing this weekend? And he's like, oh, well, I have practice, because he does tennis and whatever, and I do this and I do that. And he's like, it's okay, some other time. He then gets a text message from his little sister Komachi, and of course we get freaking Kawasaki. She's her very weird dorky self. She runs out of the freaking classroom, like almost kind of reminiscent of when she ran out of that freaking haunted house. And Hachiman follows right behind her, and Komachi is excited that she passed the entrance exam and got into the same high school. And there's just something about getting into a high school in Japan versus getting into a high school in America. In America, I really don't even think you need all that much, but when it comes to Japan, you have to take an exam just to even get one. Like to even get into one. It's incredible. We're also introduced to Kawasaki's brother for the first time, I think, in the whole series. He's just there. I don't know if he's going to be an important part in the later season. Komachi's hugging and crying, everybody hugging Yui, and just she's just a big baby. To be honest, she's just a big old baby. Let's see. Then after this, Aroha and Hachiman are talking, and they're having their kind of what you'd expect type banter from them. She basically tells him that he's very overprotective. He's like a bigger brother. And even worse, she goes to the extreme route and says, you're kind of like a dad. Which to a high school student's probably terrible, but for someone my age, I don't care. I know I'm like a dad. I am a dad. But it was just funny just to hear him talk back and forth. I think at one point she does her traditional, are you trying to hit on me? Oh, no, you can't hit on me. And then tries to, like, say, I reject you. And I just like how Hachiman's just like, yeah, whatever. Are you even listening to me? Yeah, it's pretty funny. Pretty funny. But eventually it leads to her saying, come on, help me with this prom thing at the club. And like Hachiman does, he agrees. He goes to the club, and it seems like everything is being handled fine. Like, they got a list. Yui and Yukino have a list of things, or writing things down. It's almost as if, like, he's like, why was I even brought in to be here. And you see Aroha being like suspiciously quiet for some reason. Like she was talking all of a sudden, but then when they're in the club, she's just like kind of not looking at him, keeping to herself. I kind of thought that was very weird when I first saw that. So then they come up with the idea they gotta film kind of like a video for prom, I guess getting people ready to go to prom. I guess like an advertisement type thing. So that means they're eventually going to get dressed. Aroha in there apologizes profusely for asking so much of him and of everyone else. This basically leads to her realizing that she needs to stop doing that. You could say that that's some growth for Aroha, where she, it's very inconvenient for other people and forces her problems on the others. She's just like, I need to stop doing that. And even Hachiman's just like, I'm glad that you at least understand that, so we can move on from there. But yeah, that was cool. That was a neat little scene. We then go into the next scene, where basically Hachiman's getting changed, and he's looking fly as hell. In his opinion, he looks like a pianist who's about to bite it. Interesting way to put it. Yukino, she's looking great in her tux. She's looking to get shots of the prom king and queen, and she didn't know who else to ask, so she just decided to be the prom king herself. And the prom queen is, of course, Aroha, and they're going to be getting dance shots and whatever. Hachiman is asked to get Yui for shots with her. Kawasaki is helping Yui get changed. Then you can obviously see when Hachiman comes in there, Yui is like so flustered. She doesn't know what to do with herself. She thinks that the stuff she's wearing is too much. She then asks to get freaking her stomach, or just to have the dress tighter. And Kawasaki's like, all right, and then just totally just freaking chokes her out by the end. She leaves. She's like, thanks. And Hachiman says, thanks for helping, Kawasaki. And then Yui is basically just putting on her makeup. She's like wanting to make everything perfect. She even says, not good enough. I have to look absolutely perfect because, the video's going to be out there, even though they're not going to show our faces. Hachiman don't care, but she does, because she's very much about her appearance and her looks. Again, comes with the whole self-consciousness that comes with her. We then, of course, come to the tail end of the episode. Hachiman extends an arm. Yui then walks out. They are, shoulder in hand and whatnot. They get the shots of them basically slow dancing, and Yui, you could say, just looks absolutely happy. That's probably the happiest she's ever been in the whole series. Like, she's basically in the arms of the man that she loves. So, I mean, you can't get any more happier than that. We do get some cute scenes where he's like, I don't know how to dance. Yui's just like, I kind of know how to dance. I'm just like, yay. And then Hachiman's like, you're kind of like, yay. So it goes from slow dancing, then it turns into, just regular upbeat dancing. Tobei at one point kind of comes in between. He keeps calling Hachiman Hitani, and I almost just want to watch Hachiman just say, dude, that's not my name. Just call me by my real name. And he's like, you gotta dance like this, my boy. He's pretty much like an obnoxious character, but he serves his purpose. He's like friends with Long, Tall, and Handsome. But anyway, everybody's dancing. Hachiman eventually leaves and kind of stands on the side. Right there, he claims to get why people like being a part of prom and why they like doing prom. But then he kind of gives a little smirk and says, well, But that's not for me. Which I can understand. That's not for him. That goes with his character. It's absolutely a wonderful fitting end for this particular episode. It looks like previews for the next episode show that we're finally going to get the confrontation of Yukino and her mother. It almost seems like because that's what it looks like. We're going to get that talk. And I'm so nervous for her. I hope everything goes well. I hope the mother's just like, hey, I understand. But at the same time, I guess I wouldn't be surprised if she's just like, I refuse, and then rejects it. I almost feel like this show would go that route because it's more of a realistic kind of tone. Because there's people that no matter what, the parents are always going to tell you they're going to fit and groom you and dress you, and you're going to say you're going to be this, and this, and you're going to like it. And I don't care what you have to say. So yeah, I'm looking forward to next week. Give me a like, y'all. Tell me what you thought of this particular episode by leaving a comment down below. And be sure to subscribe for more content like this. It really helps this channel grow, and I truly appreciate y'all. Well, until the next time, see you later.